guys, Bruce is back. What a surprise! Most of you probably thought I'm dead, but I'm actually 100% alive. And I'm doing a video. And long story short, I took a new job and it's really funny. I'm operations manager now. What a pun. And it took so much of my time, energy, and focus, and I just couldn't do videos. And on top of that, the latest Android update broke my phone, and I had to reset up all the stuff. But now I'm back in the game, and I'm doing videos, and I'm motivated, and I wanted to share that with you guys. And so yeah. By the way, today is a public holiday in Germany, so I could relax all day long. And I'm pretty smooth right now and keen to do a video. And in this, I will probably do 2 videos. Because in this video, I want to talk about the new prototype defenses. And as you can see, I have the weapon slab at level 4 and it is upgrading to level 5. And I really don't want to wait any longer, so we will finish it up right away. There we go, boom. And now I have a maxed out weapon slab. Let's check it out, 5k health. And I can build 2 max prototypes, which is very good. And now let's see with all those prototypes what is going on. And I already accumulated a few of those prototypes. Yeah, there's this field capacitor, and then there is this power rod and a complex gear, which sounds very fancy, and this critical fuse, which also sounds very fancy. And apparently I can build all 3 shock blasters, which is very nice. Let's see, I can build the laser beams. Can I build the laser beam number 3? No, I can't. Which is unfortunate because I think that laser beam thing is really powerful. Let's check out the damage amplifier. Okay, we got 3 there. Oh, I could theoretically build the damage amplifier 3. Let's check out what it does. Oh, it will add 100% damage bonus. That's quite a lot. And it has an insane amount of energy, 25k. And plus the boost, it's well, almost 40k. That is quite a lot of health there. And so let's see what else. Okay, we got the Doom Cannon. The Doom Cannon is quite dangerous lately. I encountered it on many PvP bases, and especially if you have hookahs, the heavies will have big problems because the Doom Cannon will just zip them away with one shot, and they get, you know, they vanish from the earth and they get pulverized. And so that is really a strong, really strong defense item. And let's check it out. Apparently I'm not able to build the Doom Cannon 3 yet, and it has so much health. And now let's see how much damage it can do. And with my boost that I have going on, it is a whopping 12k. So 12k kills everything except Scorchers, and can severely hurt Scorchers. So that is actually quite nice to see a defense that can finally stop those ridiculously overpowered Scorchers, because they were really annoying lately. And so now the question is, I do want to build 2 prototype defenses because I had the shock blaster number 1 and it just vanished after 10 days. And so I have to come up with a new one. And now I have to think which one I want to build, because I want to do it in a way that I can build 2 defenses and not 1. Because if I build one strong one, I might, it might be the case that I'm not capable to build a small one then anymore. So let's see. One thing is for sure, I really want to build a Doom Cannon number 2. Because I personally think that the Doom Cannon number 2 is insanely strong. Really insanely strong. And I won't have enough power for a prototype prototypes accumulated for a laser beam number 3, so that will be out of question. And the collection of different prototype defenses has to be considered carefully, because obviously you want to have a balanced overall defense approach that works with your defense. And let's see, it's only 1 second there, and it does a lot of damage. Does it? No, it actually doesn't really do that much damage now that I look at it. It's only like 160 per shot. So in my personal opinion, the Shock Blaster is probably most effective versus warriors and versus riflemen. But on the higher VP counts, people don't really use riflemen that much anymore. The 3 main troop combinations you see usually are warriors, Hooka, and tanks, or tanks with scorchers. So there's one thing that is for sure. I do want to have a Doom Cannon. I want to have that Doom Cannon to blast away heavies and to blast away tanks, and more importantly, to blast away those super ridiculously overpowered Scorchers. So let's go ahead and build a Doom Cannon. And apparently it takes 4 hours to build that Doom Cannon, which seems like forever. So we will speed it up right now. And now I will be able to deploy the Boom Cannon number 2. And this Boom Cannon number 2 looks pretty nasty and pretty dangerous. Like, it gets all the power from the underground, where there's some big reactor, and then it gets all channeled into that one single thing on the top and beams its shit on the troops, and they just get vaporized. So I hope that defense will be a game changer versus those so unskilled, super annoying Scorchers. And I will place it here. I will talk about my defense layout in a second. I will place it here. There we go. Doom Cannon number 2, construction completed. Let's check it out. It will be there for 12 days. That is very nice, 12 days. And it is actually 8k plus 3k, so it's 11k. That will be enough to kill everything except Scorchers, but Scorchers will get hurt severely, and that is actually very nice. So now let's think what we should build as a second prototype defense. That Doom Cannon thing is obviously good against strong troops. And but I do want to defend against warriors too, because warriors and teammates, or Scorchers, or Scorcher tanks, or as I call them, skanks, are the most common troops deployed lately on my base. So the question is, what shall I choose? And now let's have a look again at the weapons lab level 5 to see what I can actually build. And I can tell for sure that the Shock Blaster number 1 is total crap and totally useless, so I won't build that, and I won't be bothered. And I won't be able to build the Shock Blaster 2 or 3, which is unfortunate. But I will be able to build a laser beam number 2, so that is one option. And I could build a damage amplifier number 1, but that is actually quite useless, especially regarding the fact, or considering the fact, that I have a defensive building damage masterpiece of 37% anyway. So I will probably neglect the damage amplifier, although I think it is quite a cool defense. But then again, it won't cut it, and it won't be effective enough to make it worthwhile to deploy it. And amazingly, I could build damage amplifier number 3, which has 100%, and let's check if it makes sense to build that one. The problem is, you then have to go ahead and cramp all the buildings around it, and then you create clusters, and as you all know, you want to avoid clusters, because clusters can easily be neutralized with shocks. and so I'm not really particularly fancy to employ the damage amplifier number 3, because it will force me to do a cluster. So let's see what else I can do. I'm really interested in the laser beam, to be honest. The laser beam seems something like something really useful. And I don't know if it is an overkill to deploy another Doom Cannon, especially because then I would have only those 12 field capacitors and those critical fuses, and I would have wasted almost all of my power rods and those complex gears. So I don't know if this makes really sense. And so yeah, I think I will go with what is happening here. What is happening? This is annoying. What is happening here? Okay, I think, guys, I will go with the laser beam number 2, or you could also say laser beam the second. So let's go with laser beam the second and see how that thing actually performs. And it takes again ages, 4 hours to finish. So I will insta finish that one up right now and deploy it. So yeah, let's check it out. Damage per second. It's quite intense. I think it is most useful against Hooka and Ruka, because it cuts through the first line of defense, and thus it can hurt Sukas. And that is really useful. On top of that, it will definitely help out against already weakened warriors. So I think I will place it directly at the core, at the headquarters. And also I do have a cluster there now, but I'm not worried about the cluster at all, because as you can see, I mean, there are 3 boom cannons, and the laser beam is in between. But the thing is that the laser beam targets entirely different troops than the boom cannons does. So you know, only maybe for Hooka it makes sense to actually shock that cluster. But then again, if I move my boom cannon down a little bit further, I might be able to avoid a cluster shock there. And let's see, I mean, a rocket launcher and a doom cannon can go together because they target entirely different troops. I mean, the doom cannon shoots at tanks and scorchers and heavies, whereas the rocket launcher is only really dangerous to warriors and to Sukas and Rukas. And so yeah, if now tanks attack my base and shock the Doom Cannon and the rocket launcher, I don't really mind, because the rocket launcher won't deal too much damage to those troops anyway. But I do want to avoid that people can shock the shock launcher too, so this is why there has to be a gap in between. Now the question is with this boom cannon. I think right now it is possible. Is it possible to shock all 3 boom cannons? I don't think so, honestly. I honestly don't think so. I don't think you can get them all. This is difficult to say. I will probably leave it for right now, because the most important things are you can't shock the Doom Cannon and the shock launcher together, or at least I think you can't. I have to watch out for that. And I think you can't shock all 3 boom cannons in one shock, which is also very important. And besides that, I think that should work. And now you will ask, why did he build up that very weird base design? And it was a totally random decision today, because I was hungover and I was a little bit bored. And then I had, for a really long time, I think it was like 6 weeks, that I didn't have a look at the leaderboard. So I went ahead and had to look at the leaderboard. And I checked out the top 3 guys, and they were all playing that same layout. And me, frankly, I think it's a weak layout, and it's quite easy to beat with Hooka. But then again, if all the top 3 guys actually play that design, it can't be that bad, can I? I don't know. Can it? I don't know. And also here, this guy, this Leo Xu with the purple badge with 2 stars. Apparently the purple badge with 2 stars almost becomes almost inflationary now. Don't know what's happening there. In any way, yeah, they're all using more or less the same layout here. What I personally don't understand is that they all have the 3 boom cannons there, because you can easily shock all 3 boom cannons in one cluster, and this doesn't really make too much sense to me. Also, you can shock the shock launcher, the laser beam, and the boom cannon there too, so that doesn't make really any sense to me either. But I don't know what the reasoning is. So, and as you can see, number 3 is playing the same defense layout too. So I figured I build up that layout and see what all the fuss is about. Because I really want to know if it is effective or not. And my defense is almost maxed out. I still have to max out my sniper towers. And I think that makes more difference than you might think, having not maxed out sniper towers. But yeah, the sniper towers at level 17, 15, 15. Oh, there's one that is only 14. Horrible. And those 2 are 14 and 14 too. Yeah, I have to work on that. But besides, almost everything is maxed out. There's one more machine gun that needs to be maxed, and one more mortar, I think, that needs to be maxed. There it goes. And then I can build 2 more mortars and 2 more machine guns. But yeah, this will all come over time, so I'm not too worried about that. Actually, right now I can upgrade something, and the thing is, I do want to upgrade what? What do I want to upgrade, guys? And I think I will go with a machine gun to make it really, really difficult for all the warriors. Because I really want warriors and scorchers and tanks to suck big time. I don't mind if people beat my base with Hooka. If they got the skills to play Hooka properly, they deserve it. Then good for them, I appreciate that, but I do want those tank scorcher combinations and those warrior rushes to be finished and over and done. So I will actually upgrade the machine gun there. There we go. And by the way, another thing is why I want to try out this layout here is that it is so super annoying if you play a corner base and then Lieutenant Hammerman attacks and you have to rearrange your entire base. It is so fucking annoying, because against the corner base, Lieutenant Hammerman performs pretty well. But for example, against the beachside base or beachfront base, Lieutenant Hammerman fails big time. Yeah, in any way, it's looking all quite good. I do have 2 ice statues going on at the moment. Let's check my power powders. I do have 106, so I will probably add 2 more boosts there. 1, 2. So I don't forget to boost again. I try to boost it 24/7. And yeah, so this is looking good. And now I'm actually really, really curious how it will work out. And I guess I will wait about 3, 4, or 5 days, maybe a week. And then I will do another video where I will go through all the replays, how people actually performed against that base. And then we can actually evaluate about its effectiveness. And then I will decide if I will go to my old base back or if I will remodel it. And we will see. And yeah, there's one more thing, guys, in this video. Come on, guys, let's clear one base. This guy here, maybe, check it out. It wouldn't be a good video if I wouldn't have attacked at least one base. So yeah, I will go for that right now. And this guy has quite a good boost going on. I'm not boosted. He has a Doom Cannon there, but it's only a pathetic Doom Cannon level 1. So I got the Doom Cannon level 2. Mine's so much bigger than yours, mate. And yeah, let's see, where's the weakness in his base design. I think the weakness in his base design is on the right side, so we'll go over the left. And when I go over the left, I will need to take care of the 2 rocket launchers, and that should be it. And then go from there. By the way, guys, lately I'm using a lot of warriors, and I also almost maxed out tanks. And then this super annoying bug comes along that you can't heal tanks under the smoke. And also for operations, not being able to smoke properly makes tanks so much, you know, decreases their effectiveness so much. It's almost like nerfing them, but as far as I know, this wasn't intended by Supercell and they're working on a fix. So hopefully that will come soon, because it really pissed me off that I leveled up tanks and then they come up with an update that actually renders tanks useless. Not really useless, but so I focused on maxing out critters and neglected that last upgrade of my tanks to level 15. So yeah, I will wait until the smoke bug with the medics is fixed, and then I will go back and use tanks again, or not tanks again, but will finally be able to use tanks, because using Hooka really bores the shit out of me, and it's also one of the reasons why I was so not really active lately. And yeah, but okay, so let's see, they're getting into position. I will soon need to shock. I will now need to shock so that I get my troops in all a good position, and therefore I will flare over there into the corner. And now I have to be very careful with the mortars. The mortars can pick off so many Sukas in one shot. It can be so annoying. And let's see, one boost there, one shock there, and I don't need to regroup right now. I'm coming in from quite a good angle, and now I see that I really need to shock the Doom Cannon, and I missed the shock launcher, which is very unfortunate, but apparently it is possible to shock a shock launcher, a boom cannon, and a Doom Cannon, which apparently or obviously is a very bad base design on his behalf. And he should avoid clusters like that, because this is a cluster where all three defensive buildings actually do damage to a particular troop combination. And so it is a real cluster, not like, a cluster that is only a cluster because there are multiple defenses, but a cluster that is really, effectively dangerous to one particular troop type. So that was very bad. And I did lose a lot of troops, but then again, I wasn't boosted and he was, so maybe I could have played it a little bit better, but who cares? I'm only playing 6 offensive statues, so that wasn't too bad. There we go. Let's reload the troops. And oh, my battery is dying almost. Let me quickly plug it in. No, I can't plug it in. What the fuck? Where's... Shit. Okay, so we will definitely have to wrap it up soon. But before I wrap it up, I want to show you something, guys. And I will talk about that more in another video, but high voltage was close to collapsing, because a couple of our key members became unexpectedly inactive, and that was really problematic. And so we lost a lot of guys. And this led to the fact that I decided to upgrade high voltage to a 25-man task force. And because there was a lot of hectic and a lot of stress lately, I decided for the moment, let's go with a more fun approach and not really focus on number 1 or number 20 or whatever, but focus on amusement, fun, and cool gameplay, and also on experimenting with new troops. And so we actually accepted a few members that weren't that high leveled as JD and me and Nong and Teguar and Medina, but yeah, that's all right. Also all fun guys. Sir Frank, fun guy. This Marvin guy, fun guy. The other guys I don't really know. Oh, there's Kim. Shout out to Kim. I actually went to school with Kim, and I know him for more than, I think, 15 years now. And it's so cool because he can now be in the same task force as I am, because that was really annoying that we couldn't play in the same task force. Also, we are really good friends. And yeah, that is really cool thing that he's back now. And yeah, in any way, the entry requirements are 400 right now. And we do have, I think, like 14 members. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7. Yeah, it seems like we have 14 members, so there's plenty of space left, guys. So if you want to join, go ahead and join. There are only a few minimum requirements. Obviously, you need to have 400 VP, but more importantly, you need to be active and you need to contribute intel. If you don't contribute intel and if you're not active, it will be problematic, because we are active. And it doesn't really matter if you fail or if you have a bad attack. That doesn't really matter. It comes down to being solid, to being a cool guy, to earning intel, and to being active. And if you think you got that, and if you want to join us, and if you want to play with me in a task force, and if you all want to have fun, then I highly suggest that you join the new and updated and I don't know, reinvented high voltage. By the way, the tag is #9YU2UQ. You probably weren't fast enough to write that down. Better take a screenshot of the video and then join, or just go with the name high voltage. There are a couple of high voltages, but this is only the real one. As you all know, I founded it on day one, since on day one where the TF update hit, and everything else that came behind that is not the real high voltage. And yeah, so if you want to join, guys, check it out, join me, play with me, have fun. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed that quick video. And again, I'm back, guys. I'm not dead, I'm still alive, I'm breathing. And yeah, I actually plan to be alive for at least 50 more years, so we will see how that goes. And yeah, today is, by the way, a public holiday. I mentioned that before, so I will now lean back on the couch and relax and chill out. And maybe I will do one more quick map cleaning video later on, but I will probably do that tomorrow, because honestly, I really need to chill, because as I mentioned earlier, I have that new job and it is very, very, very training, physically and mentally training. And it really takes a lot lately. And so I need to chill a lot. But that's alright, I will get back into the routine fast, and I'm planning to do more videos again. And yes, I'm back, guys. Very good to be back. I hope you're all fine, you have a good time, you enjoyed the new update, you had a good weekend, and yeah, enjoy yourself and see you soon.